Libra, welcome to Ether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new here, then we're doing a general collective reading today. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Flip and switch your roles if you need to. And if, okay, starting with some tea leaves. You've got the Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So you have a goal, and you might be sitting on your hands a little bit about it. Work's not going to do itself. There's something you need to do here. It feels like procrastination. It feels like, you need to give yourself a boot up the ass about it. So, usually with things that are procrastinating there's a lot of fear surrounding it. So, it's one of those things too, though, like, it feels like it's unavoidable. Like, you want this, but you're afraid of all the possibilities, all the outcomes. It's like, sitting on your hands isn't going to change anything. This is where I feel like you've really got to, bring in that trust in the divine, like trust in your path, trust that some things are already set and laid out for you. And what will be, will be. So, yeah, I think there is something you need to get moving on. And, it's time. It's definitely time. Okay, we've got the Owl. Good advice from a wise person. So I feel like you've got somebody around you that's advising you. This could be a legal person. This could be like a lawyer, or somebody who, has been there, done that. Maybe somebody who's been through a similar thing before, or if it's to do with some sort of legal mess, whether it's like a divorce or some other kind of, maybe something with business, some legal issue. I feel like you've waited long enough, and whoever this person is that's giving you advice, I feel like they've been through a similar experience before, or they're good with legal things, or they're good with whatever you need some help on. So I feel like you have some support there from a good person. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Now this is showing up in like this current position. Now of course this is relevant, because of course you're going to be dissatisfied because you're not making a move on what's important for you, or you haven't been. And this is where, like, increase your efforts to achieve your goals. Maybe there needs to be some more goals, like something else. Like it's feeling like a little bit like life becomes too same old, and you need to like put some goals out there in the future. Get outside your comfort zone. It's like the polarity I'm feeling from this is you've got this dissatisfaction with life, but you don't want to do anything about it. Like, you say you do, or you think you do, but you're not actually taking the actions. So you want this change, but then you don't want to change. If that makes, I don't know if it's coming across pretty harsh or not. I'm not trying to, it's like this polarity in your mind. Like, it's like you're waiting for something to come in that will create this excitement, but this whole energy is saying you need to be the change you want to see. And I just keep feeling like you're in this comfort zone, and things are changing, and you want things to change in a sense, but then you're afraid of the change. Like, you've had things the way they've been, or the way you've liked them for a long time. So you can like imagine and envision a better life or a better situation, but there's this fear of making this change. We've got here a chain of events that will affect your life. See, the thing is, if you don't take the reins and make this change yourself, what ends up happening is you'll get a tower. Something will come in and sideswipe you and make the change for you. So Spirit's only going to wait so long and give you so much time to do it, of your own accord, and then, something's going to crack, something is going to create a chain of events that's going to affect your life. I feel like this is all sort of around the same thing. It's not one thing, it's a way of being, it's a behavior. And yes, something is about to start that's going to lead to, you know, one thing after another that's going to be a whole chain of events. A year from now, I think you'll be looking back on your life and seeing how far it's, you know, how far you've gone. And it could be even shorter time than that. But I think things are going to start speeding up. Like, this cracked cup really talks about, and look, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the tree with the fears with your family. So I feel like it's going to affect your whole, you know, like your little protective bubble that you feel like you're in at the moment. It's like everything's going to change in a sense for those that are close to you as well, for those around you. But this cracked cup, it's like, I feel like something has to break. Like, this almost feels like you need to get fed up with how you've been doing things or the way things are. You're like really fed up. Like, you may feel and think that you've been fed up already for a while, but, you know, sometimes it's got to get worse. It's got to get to the point of breaking. Something's got to break to be rebuilt. Almost, and it's giving it in a different sense. It's not like you need to hit this like whole level of different rock bottom. It's not really giving a rock bottom in the sense, but something does have to, like, that rubber band has been stretched, but it's got to get to the point where it breaks. Like, and I feel like this is where to, you know, like, this is where you have a huge turning point. And, you know, I feel like you start to build this chain of events, like things, you know, just plucking them off one by one. So, yeah, we've got a fears with your family. These, I didn't like how these come out. The tree's coming out again, so I'm going to take that one. So, tree, a fears with your family. So, now, this could be you and your kids, or this could be a chain of events that affect your life. This could have something to do with your family, or your family structure is kind of how it feels, like family tree. Like, what you're doing with your life is going to set things up and create a change for, you know, your children and those that come after you. I feel like this is creating legacy here. So, the bottom of the deck, and this tried to come out, but an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. There's the rooster there. Now, that could be somebody that you're dealing with. Maybe this is why there's this fear. Like, you've got to tackle or take on somebody that you know is smart, deceptive, and, you know, like, they put in the time to try and be 10 steps ahead, and, yeah, like, they're just... I feel like you know the devil that you've got to tackle, and that's why you're not looking forward to it, because of the experiences you've had so far. But mostly this is giving, you know, I changed it, like a big change that you're going to make in, like, with you. You know, getting on a moving along in your life, and changing how you do things, or, you know, stopping procrastinating on something here. Right, so we've got a Page of Cups in reverse and a Three of Cups in reverse. This really feels like there's a third party situation, and it's in reverse. Like, it might have been something that was happy to begin with, but now it's like the shit has hit the fan in a big way, and nobody is celebrating now. It's like there could have been people behind your back, gossiping. You could have, like, something could have really flipped for you recently, where it's gone from, like, this time of celebration and, like, you know, life's been really comfortable, and now it's, you know, you had a grace period there. It's completely flipped around. Like, somebody could have felt like, here we go, we got the Justice in reverse here. Your card, Libra, there was something happened, which is a big injustice. So, like, you could have found something out about a third-party situation. Like, somebody was offering you their cup, but it wasn't legitimate because they had somebody else. And this is, like, true injustice. Like, there's no balance in this. And no matter how hard you want to achieve getting your justice in this situation, I feel like there's no way it can happen. Like, it is what it is. And at that point, that's where you got to sort of like increase your efforts to achieve your goals, because maybe you are counting on somebody or something here and nothing's going to come of it. It's not going to happen. But this is building up your strength. And so we've got the 5 of Wands, like so much fighting and conflict. I feel like this is just something you need to like let it go and walk away from. Like, take the lesson, walk away. You're pouring your energy and focus and attention into something that's never going to work out in your favor. Never. And it's in the recent past. It's like it needs to be in the past, stay in the past, put it in the past and leave it there. Because it's just it's a distraction from you moving forward. But this is the beginning of this chain of events, this injustice. So I feel like there is a turning point with this. But the quicker you leave this in the past and let it go and move forward, the quicker you get on with your life. But I feel like this is a big lead up to this dissatisfaction in life. There's something you were counting on here. There was like a genuine love you were counting on here, and it was never genuine. It was always in reverse. So I feel like somebody played you. I feel like there was multiple people involved and just a lot of conflict. But you've stayed strong in this situation. I don't know, you're fighting back. God, I picked that up. I don't know if it landed sideways or in reverse, but Queen of Cups has just come out. You could be dealing with the Queen of Cups. Or this is like, I don't know which way this came out. I feel like this could be you in this Queen of Cups, but in reverse, like feeling like you've suffered an injustice. The Queen of Cups is usually very mothering, friendly, nurturing. I feel like she's in the reverse right now due to circumstances. You could be feeling like you're suffering an injustice by a Queen of Cups, or you're this Queen of Cups. Let's keep going. I see Ace of Swords in reverse. We're getting to an end of a cycle here. It's like somebody has stopped giving to you. The 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody has stopped, maybe financially supporting you. Or you've stopped financially supporting somebody else. Like the cycle is closing. It's closed with the World. And, you got this in your last reading, this Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like, now you don't know what to do. Is the feeling. Is like, what am I going to do now? Now that the cycle has closed. So, yeah, that's more to what I was saying before is, this dissatisfaction with life. It was like, you're feeling like you got played, and now what? Like, now, like, you were counting on somebody or something, and it didn't go in there. Didn't go in your favor. So now what? Okay, what's this advice? Good advice from a wise person. Nine of Cups. I feel like somebody is saying to you, like, stop worrying about what's outside of you and focus on what you have, and focus on what you can be grateful for, and how you have, when we stop and we really like take note of what we really have, instead of like just constantly focusing on what we don't have. We've got this Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and I feel like this advice is like somebody saying to you, like, stop focusing on something external to you or somebody external to you to come along and save the day, because this is how, like, this looks like you've got these, look, and then Knight of Cups, you've got these people that are sitting there, right there on the sidelines, ready to just, like, come swooping in. right as you're sort of coming out of something messy. And this is just going to continue this cycle on. This is just going to continue this mess. But, you know, this Nine of Cups is like, I don't know, I feel like you're enjoying getting this attention. But yeah, you're getting advice, you know, around this. Like, this isn't going to help a situation. Like, you need to focus on you for a while, is I feel like what you're... And maybe you don't like getting this advice. Maybe this is, like, not where you're at. And, I don't know, let's get some more on this. What's this, what's the Nine of Cups here? Maybe the advice is to not retaliate. To like hold your energy. Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords here. So I mean, this is like very sneaky, deceptive energy. This is somebody who's like trying to get away with something. Trying to take what's not theirs. And now here we've got the King of Wands in reverse. Just before we saw the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like somebody is going to try and come back in, and they're going to try and do something in secret, but really like their intentions. See, they don't... We've got the Death card in reverse and the Tower in reverse. Like somebody... Now this could still be the same person that, you know, like that you've just found out about this. I feel like this King of Wands, so fire sign, hot. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy that you're dealing with. This fire sign doesn't want something to end. They're trying to avoid a tower with you, but they also at the same time, they're trying to get away with something. So, you know, I feel like this advice now is coming in about a person, how to handle a person. This, yeah, maybe you could also be feeling like, okay, well, if this person wants to treat me like this, then I'm going to just take what, you know, what I feel is fair, or, you know, I'm going to... It feels like retaliation happening here. And there's like some sick satisfaction somebody's getting out of this whole playing this game, this injustice. It's, yeah, it's like, this is super toxic, really toxic. Like this person trying to avoid this ending in this tower is, yeah, but they're so sneaky and deceptive in the Seven of Swords there. But then somebody here is trying to avoid this, you know, this Five of Pentacles as well. It's like somebody could be trying to hold on to some sort of status, some sort of financial, you know, they feel like they're going to be out in the cold without maybe this person, or like this love relationship. I don't know. Let's see. We've got dissatisfaction with life. What's this dissatisfaction with life? Ooh, Libra. Drama. And what's this Nine of... So, Ace of Wands. Dissatisfaction with life. Okay, somebody might be like... I don't know if this is your energy, actually. But, look, we've got a Knight of Swords in reverse. All these Knights are showing up in reverse. Even this King. Like, none of these masculines are coming in with any, like... with any honesty or integrity. And this guy here, he's going to be fast in, fast out. Like, he's just not great for you. Nobody showing up in this reading so far is like... And maybe this is just... Something here really needs to transform. Like, somebody here is just coming in with this ace, like with this desire, this passion. And they have no interest in anything else. And I feel like your dissatisfaction is that this is what's continually showing up in your life. And something needs to transform in you for this to stop happening. Because why is this energy continually coming in? This constant conflict and fighting, this Five of Wands, this Sun in reverse is like, it's not seeing it. Something here is not illuminated. It's like it's in your blind spot. It's not working. Something you've been doing, it's not working. And it may be at that point where something really has to change that you may have carried for your entire life, and this cup has to crack. I don't know, this is like, I'm thinking like, say you got a guy that's got a ton of money, and he always leads with that. Like, he always tries to, he's not shy about letting people know he's rich or something, and so he's always leading with that. He'll meet somebody new and he can't help but flash his money and talk about all the things he can buy and all the places he can go, and create this whole, money, and then turns around and complains about women only want them for their money. And it's like, well, why would you lead with money if you don't want women that want you for your money? Like, the irony of it, but that person doesn't see how they behave. And similarly, you could get somebody who is constantly leading with like this sexual nature, and all they do is put on like a heavy, flirtatious, sexual allure when they meet people, and they get into bed with them quickly, and and don't get to know them for longer. And then when it turns out that person just used them for sex and didn't really care for them on a deeper level, and they wonder why men just come and do, they're just there for a short time and a good time, and not for a long time, and they don't come in committed, and then complain that, well, men only want me for, my body or something like that. It's like, well, don't lead with your body, and it could be something different to that, but it's like, it seems so obvious to somebody else, but if that's the way it's always been for you, it's not so obvious. It could just be like habitual nature, but that, it gets to a point, whatever this dissatisfaction with life is, it gets to a point where something has got to give, something has got to break down and be rebuilt. It's like the tower needs to fall and new, stronger foundations need to be built from the ground up, because this desire, this Ace of Wands, this desire for something better, for something new, for something different, the Sun in reverse. See, this Sun in reverse, it's like somebody can't see how this happens this way. Like, they are unaware of how something is coming across. They're unaware of what they do, how they attract. This is a feeling like there's like this deep dissatisfaction, deep unhappiness, like it needs to be flipped around. It's kind of like somebody knows, they kind of know they do it, but they don't realize like that's the biggest problem. Yeah. But it's almost like there's a it's almost like there's a like an addiction or something here, like a kind of a Three of Pentacles, like a mindset, like there's an illusion, there's an addiction to an illusion or a fantasy that just doesn't come through to fruition because it's not it's never going to be the reality. Somebody here could be, we've got Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like somebody has like this, there's a strong desire here to do something, to be some, you know, to have this change. I don't know, like somebody may want to not work. They don't have the desire to work, or they, what's this? Queen of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Like there's an illusion here. Like this could be, I don't know how to really like put this into words. Let's get some more. Okay. 8 of Wands in reverse. It's like something's not moving. And that's why this chain of events is going to come and affect your life, because, you know, if you don't do it, something's going to do it. Like, or someone's going to come in and do it for you. This is like something's starting to go backwards. Like when you sit on your hands too long, or, you know, there's no movement, time's moving forwards, right? Well, time's an illusion, if you want to get all philosophical about time. But when you're doing nothing and everything else is still moving forwards, then it effectively starts making you go backwards, or something feels like it's going backwards here. And this could be a slow chain of events. This chain of events could have already started, and it's only incremental change, like things that, you know, you could wake up in 5 or 10 years time and think back to when things started to deteriorate. Like I feel like a massive change needs to happen here. Like this event that's happening, this injustice, this, you know, if you choose or if you decide for that to be, like if you want to make a negative belief around, you know, people or men or life in general or yourself here, you could, it could be really harmful. We've got the Magician though, like, ooh, the Magician is nice. Okay, so something's going to change here. You are going to manifest something new here. This could be about like trying to get yourself back to when you were on top again, like of everything. This is like you're emotionally disconnecting and walking away from something where you were being juggled, because you want to see some growth, and you've become strong and resilient from this. So the Magician, oh, thank God we got a nice card out here. Major Arcana. Okay, so this is where you're about to move forwards here with something that's been feeling really stuck, stagnant, you know, just not making any. I feel like there's something too with, oh, see, we've got the Lovers. Okay, so maybe you're manifesting new love to come in. You haven't given up on love. We've got the 9 of Wands. Oh, and 10 of Pentacles. Here we go. All right, the day is saved. Thank God. Here we go. All right, so there's somebody's manifesting new love to come in, new money to come in, and you're a wounded warrior, but you haven't given up on this. So out with the old, in with the new. I have to go back to saying though that, you know, this advice from a friend was like to focus on you for a while, and not on like just monkey barring from one man to the next, or from one woman to the next, you know, like one relationship to the next, because it's not to say to be alone and lonely and not with your soulmate, or, you know, not sharing your life with somebody else, but it's about not seeing something or somebody external to you as the solution to your problem, that you are, you know, the solution. You have what it takes here. But yeah, this, I mean, this Ace of Wands, I mean, this could be that somebody comes in and there's something about this though. It doesn't. I'm very concerned about I just saw it, the King of Swords in reverse. See, like, every masculine that's come out in this reading so far has been in reverse. So this is like, see, just it's too soon. Manifesting this new love. You're still wounded here. You know, like there hasn't been enough time in between. And something about that, it may not be the person, although all the masculines are still coming out in reverse, but it may not be that the person is toxic, but with you repeating something too quickly before you're healed. See, like, this 8 of Wands is the clear indication that this will send you backwards. But if this is all you're focused on, this is what will come in. You will manifest what you set your intentions to. Absolutely, you're a master manifester. But you're manifesting sex and love and money. Nothing wrong with any of these things, but there's a timing thing here. There's something that's... It's like there's a... There is, well, look here, I mean, it's going to put you in a Queen of Pentacles mood and position with the star. You're going to be shining. Aquarius energy. Hey, maybe this works out, Libra. Maybe this works out. It's just the biggest red flag here is that something's going to go backwards with this chain of events. But this is all nice in your future position. The Magician, the Lovers, the Ten of Pentacles, the Star, and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, yeah. I like this also, I mean, I'm not seeing any men out here. Like, maybe this is you going, okay, I'm not going to go backwards anymore. I'm going to manifest, like, this wholeness and completeness within myself in the Star energy. Let's see. 10 of Cups. But with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's just, why does this not make sense to me? This is like not having any idea that this is just around the corner. Affairs with your family. Let's see, what is the affairs with your family? And what is this 8 of Wands in reverse? Like, why? Maybe it's like a... you know, taking a step back in order to go forward, like 2 steps back, 3 steps forward. It could be feeling like that. Like, for example, it may be that there's something that you need to pay for, but once that's paid for, like, life moves forward, you get back more than what you know, what it costs. So, for example, with this Justice in reverse, say there was a legal matter and you paying for the lawyers feels like life's going backwards. And this 3 of Pentacles is in reverse as well. But once it's all said and done, you fly forwards with a win. You're winning in the Star energy and you've set yourself up with this Queen of Pentacles here. So, yeah. That could be the case, and at the end of the day, it's like you've been resilient. You've got your 10 of Pentacles, you know. But so far, I mean, this Lovers is kind of coming out next to this King of Wands in reverse. I did see yeah. It's like... It's like something's going back on somebody. Almost like a karmic thing. What? Okay, the Four. Okay, it flipped over initially in reverse, but it landed in the upright. So this is a new beginning. I'm going to take it in the upright. So it's like you start this new beginning out here with the Fool. So I feel like you're breaking away from all this drama. Something that made you feel like you were going backwards. You're manifesting new love, new money, like to continually persevere. Feel like you've got all, you're a wounded warrior, but you've got like your walls and your barriers up and you're about to start again. You're in the start energy. Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, very, like here you are on top, like you've got the high ground. You have the high ground, like you've beaten everybody else off. And here you are with the world, starting a new cycle with the Fool. You're going to rebuild, you're going to regrow your wealth. 100%. The devil's right underneath this. So I feel like the devil is literally lurking in the background. Like I feel like there's people that you're breaking away from and you're putting this ending, but like they're just right there. Like temptation is right there, right around the corner, trying to drag you back, trying to get into your head. You know what? I think that's what this Ace of Swords in reverse, whenever I keep seeing it, I'm like, why is this? It's like these people keep trying to get into your head. Like this devil card keeps showing up with this Ace of Swords. People are trying to get into your head, and I feel like you just, like, that's what you're trying to battle off and break away from and start this new cycle and grow, like regrow. And it's just like there's this evil that's just like lurking around you, looking for the next opportunity to get in your head again. Or like this King of Wands or somebody here, like these men, these masculines, keep trying to get at your head, like get into your thoughts, like, affect your mindset, because you're so powerful here. Like, look at this manifestation you've got coming in. You're so powerful at getting everything that you want and manifesting your dreams, so long as you don't let anything, affect your mindset. That's what I think is going on here. Yeah. And so it's like not just having this dream, but protecting this dream, protecting your mind, protecting your passions. So I'll leave it there. Let's get you some advice. Alright, I'll get Mystical Healing Oracle. I'll use this one for a bit. Let's see. Oh, first one out. Oh, see, and examine your integrity. Number 11, stop breaking agreements. I feel like this isn't you breaking agreements with other people. I feel like this isn't breaking your agreement with yourself. Like when you say you're going to do something, because this ties directly into integrity. When you say it's over, when you say no more, when you say whatever it is you say, Libra, you need to follow through in order for that, for your words to have integrity, for you to have power. So this will be a big breakthrough. So examine your integrity. That's something to live by. Because, so, like, if there is somebody that has been, like, if it's been on and off, or they keep trying to come back in, and there's this on and off thing, and you're like, that's enough, but then you let them come back in again, or that's enough, and then you keep talking to them, or whatever it is, there's just, like, the integrity in that is, you're going to have a hard time respecting your integrity in that. So, your I has been weakened, which means that you are vulnerable to other people's influence. Ace of Swords in reverse. Stand strong in your convictions. Only you can decide through clear objective thinking and feelings what is best for you in this situation. Take the time you need to go within, look at the bigger picture and ask, what are the long-term consequences of this decision? You are being asked to examine your personal integrity and make a stand for something that aligns with your strongest ideals. The choices you make now will not only impact your life, but also your experience in the spiritual worlds and your future lives. Even though you may feel that you are giving up a fantastic opportunity, be aware that new potential possibilities are opening up to you, and these possibilities will allow you to influence others in a truly positive manner, thus creating ripples of goodness in the world. So the biggest thing I'm getting from that is like, look at the long term and not just the short term outcomes for your decisions. Write down the situation or the opportunity. Think about it from at least 6 different angles. What are the short term and long term ramifications of this decision? What is your gut feeling? This is an opportunity to make a stand for what you truly believe in. Doing so will strengthen your sense of I and give you the possibility to make independent, powerful decisions in every area of your life. Once you have made a decision, imagine there is a large yellow circle on the ground in front of you. Step into this circle and raise your right arm up. The left arm can remain down, and say, "This is me." This is me. Feel the strength and of standing in integrity. All right. And there you have it. So, Libra, make your choice and stick with it. No toing and froing. Ultimately, like, your future is looking good. Very good. You're in star energy, 10 of Pentacles, you've got love, you've got money, you've got stability, and you've got attention. A lot of attention. So, I think, step into this new future and, if it's a single life for a while, maybe enjoy your being single. This could be where you're going. Or, take it how it resonates. But I'll be back in a few days' time with your next reading. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.